Three Rivers Archery, your longbow and recurve experts.
Hi, today we're going to show you how to put together your Takedown Recurve bow. Now what we're showing you here is on the Karen Takedown Recurve, but this will apply to any Takedown Recurve or Takedown Longbow for that matter. Now what you need to have with it is your riser, your pair of limbs, and your string. The only tools that we're going to need for this one is going to be a bow stringer for stringing it up at the end. So first thing you start with is your riser. This one we installed the rest on in a different video here. But what you'll do is you'll first take out the limb bolts. Now the limb bolts can look different between bows. This one here is a no tools takedown. They're a bit larger of a bolt, so it's easier to work with your fingers. Other ones that you'll have are going to be use an Allen wrench or a key tool like that for taking it out. No big difference to it. Usually when it comes down to snugging it down, you're putting about the same amount of pressure to it. They don't need to be reefed down on it to where it's too hard and you're stripping in the wood or pulling out parts to it, but just so it's snug. All right, so with those out, now let's go to our limbs. From the back of the limb, they look the exact same, but on the belly here, for your bottom limb, the limb that goes on the bottom part of the bow, there's usually going to be writing that signifies the bow's length and the pull weight of the limbs. Now, on this one, it is on the belly. Sometimes it will be on the side of the limb, one side or the other for it, just something to look for. And then the upper limb, it can have some writing on it, but usually that type of information is on the bottom. But even if there is writing on both, best way to note between the two, if it doesn't label bottom, top, is that the writing is going to need to be legible when the bow is set up. So that's how we know this is the bottom limb, because it has to go on there in order to be easily read while strung. So, for putting together, this one uses a limb pocket that's very straightforward, easy to tell for it. On some setup takedown bows in that, there'll be an alignment pin, which is basically a small piece of metal, one or two of them, and then there'll be a hole here where that will press down into to make sure the limbs are straight. This one, using the aluminum cup here, makes it real easy and straightforward. And you put it in there, should sit flush. Should sit snug. You don't want it really wiggling around, especially once the limbs or the limb bolt is in. And then, like I said, no tools style here, so we just bring it down, get it there, and then just a snug quarter turn, and that will keep it in place. Upper limb, exact same styling to it. Go until it stops. Grab it. And quarter turn tops, just so that it is snug in place. So we have our bow together. One thing to note, because this does come up, is for like a recurve limb, when it is installed, the tip should be pointing towards the target or away from the shooter. When strung is when those tips will come back and look more the traditional style, but when it does not, and when it's not at brace, not strung up, the tips will be facing away. Now for your string, things to note with it is basically to determine the top and bottom to it is the loops on it are going to be, the upper loop will be the bigger loop. The reason why is because it's to slide down the limb when it's unstrung, so that needs a little extra space to be able to do that. For a recurve string, they should really stand out big, where the longbow one might only be slightly bigger than that, but it should be bigger. And the other thing to note, I guess, if you're confused on it, not sure which one it is when it is strung up, the serving material should sit about flush with the riser for it. If it's upside down, it's going to be off by a lot. You'll notice that. But the biggest thing to note is the loops. So you put your upper loop on first, because then you can slide it down the limb to make it easier to string and work with there. Then your bottom loop. Take extra special care to make sure that the string is in the string groove and sitting flush there. And then we have that. Where it just sits on the limb. It should be for recurve about 4 inches down, longbow 3, but always look at what it recommends for string length. Now we're going to use a bow stringer. You can use any bow stringer that you're comfortable with. There should be instructions on how to use it. Always recommend a bow stringer because it is for the safety of both you, the archer, and the bow. This one is a cup and stopper style. Do even pressure there, pull up, and slide the string into the groove, and make sure before all the tension's off that it's sitting flush in the string groove. And that is our bow. For inspecting, we look at the limb pockets, make sure that everything is flush there, sits right. We look to see where our serving is. It's a bit hard to see here being black, but that's where it is, leveled up with the rest. And in our next video, we'll show how to set up a nocking point so your bow's ready to shoot. If you have any questions, please put them below. I'll be happy to answer them. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up. And if you really like the video, please hit that share button to share with your friends and family. I'm Jonathan Karch with Three Rivers Archery. Thanks for watching.